Yo, what is up, YouTube? Back with another video. Today, we're going to be continuing our division predictions for the season. Today's video is about the best division in the NFL, the NFC East. So, if you don't know, this division was so good that none of the teams in it had a winning record last year. The Washington football team got to host a playoff game with a 7-9 record. How good is that? But I honestly believe that this division is going to have a turnaround for almost every team except for one, and that team is going to come in fourth place. So, if you don't know, this division consists of the four teams: Washington football team, I think the Giants came in second last year, then the Cowboys came in third, and then the Eagles came in last. Are we going to have a repeat of the standings, or are they going to change? Let's find out. So, I actually think that Washington is a pretty good team. They started off with a pretty bad record, I believe. So did the Giants, and they both ended the season pretty strong. I wouldn't say it was that strong, but it was pretty strong. You definitely saw growth in both these teams. You also have the Cowboys. I think they're the most overrated team in probably sports history, and I will stick by that for the rest of my life. But they obviously had a pretty bad record because of Dak Prescott injury. The dude, I'm not going to deny it, the dude's pretty good. And without him, the team is absolute dog. So with Dak Prescott back, this team is going to be a lot better than it was last year. Cowboys, Giants, and Washington football defense all got better last year. The Cowboys defense was historically bad in the beginning of the year. It got better, but it wasn't that good. Washington's defense is really good. The Giants' defense got better as the season progressed. And as you know, let's talk about the team I haven't mentioned. This team is going to be fourth place, the Eagles. So yes, I have the Eagles in fourth. I think the Eagles are actually going to be one of the worst teams in the league next season. I know I'm probably just going to get probably an 80% dislike to like ratio just from saying that. But look at your record last year. It was absolutely pathetic. The only thing good about the Eagles on the offense was Carson Wentz and Miles Sanders. And your QB is gone, replaced with Joe Flacco or Jalen Hurts. Obviously, your offense, it's not going to look bad next year. It's probably going to be decent. I'm not going to say it's going to be amazing. But the draft pick Devontae Smith, pretty decent. Jalen Hurts might have a good season, might not. He only won one game as a starter. And your defense is absolutely garbage. So I think your offense is the only way you're going to win games next year. And just by looking at your schedule, it is ranked one of the easiest in the league. But the same could be said about the remaining teams in your division. And I only see you winning not even a lot of games, maybe 4 or 5 games. The Eagles are coming in last. Next, let's talk about third and second. I honestly think this division could be won by any of the remaining teams. I think the Giants have the most potential. They started 1-5 last year, finished 6-10. I'm not going to say that was good, but they did show progression with Daniel Jones. Obviously, Saquon Barkley was out basically the whole year, and you got Sterling Shepard from the Giants. I actually think the Giants' offense is going to be really good. Your defense showed a lot of, promise. But the thing about, saying a team is better in a division, that honestly doesn't really matter to me. All that matters is your schedule. Who has the easiest schedule out of these remaining teams? And it's the Cowboys. The Cowboys easily have the remaining schedule. Since they came in third place last year, they play third place teams, which includes the Arizona Cardinals and, probably the Minnesota Vikings. So that's a lot easier compared to playing the Packers, the Bears, the Rams, or the Seahawks. And they also get to play the third place team, the New England Patriots. It kind of stinks, but kind of doesn't. I think they have the second easiest schedule in the NFL behind the Eagles with the first easiest schedule. And I honestly think that gives them an advantage in this division. And it might actually have them go to first. So I think the Cowboys are a pretty solid pick for not coming in third place, which is why I think the Giants are going to come in third. My logic is that the Giants have a harder schedule. Even though they might be even with the Cowboys next year, I think their offense needs to prove something first. And I think it can. It obviously will with Saquon, Sterling Shepard. But I just don't know what's going to... Their schedule is kind of hard. It's kind of easy, kind of hard. It's harder than the Cowboys' schedule, which is why I'm going to think they're going to come in third place. I'm not saying the Cowboys are better than the Giants. I'm not even saying Washington is better than the Giants. I just think their schedule is harder. But on the contrary, I think Washington is the best team in this division. They have the best defense in this division. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL. And with Ryan Fitzmagic, anything could happen. So who's coming in second? Who's coming in first? So I just talked about how the Cowboys have great potential to come in first. Washington's obviously got a harder schedule. But at the same time, I think Washington is the better team. If you look at the schedule, I think Washington has a lot of favorable games if you look at it. And the Cowboys have a couple toxic games. They could probably just lose them immediately. We'll see what happens. But I think Washington's a better team, which is why I have the Cowboys coming in second place and the Washington football team coming in first place. I did a whole spreadsheet of every team, every game they're going to play in the NFL. I have the Cowboys and the Giants with a very, very, very similar record. Probably the same record. So you're just going to have to find out in our prediction videos. But that's going to be a close series. It's going to have to come down to a bunch of tiebreakers. But Washington, I think they're the clear favorite to win this division. They did last year, but that's not saying a lot. Their offense was really bad. It's obviously going to have to improve. I think it will with Fitzmagic. And their defense is actually insane. So I think Washington is going to win the NFC East. The Cowboys in second. The Giants in third. And the Eagles in last place. I honestly think any team except the Eagles could win this division. But this is what I'm predicting. I think Washington has a favorable matchup with their schedule. And it is what it is. So comment down below your predictions for the NFC East. Thanks for watching. Adios.